Guys, hope you're having a beautiful day. So in this quick video, I quickly want to go over how you can go ahead and add an extra 50K to 100K. So that's $50,000 to $100,000 in new monthly recurring revenue effortlessly in the next 3 to 6 months for your online service business, leveraging these 4 simple steps. I've leveraged the same 4 simple steps to accomplish this outcome, and our customers are doing the same, okay? But before I actually go ahead and cover what's in this training, I quickly want to give you a warning, okay? And this warning will be that if your goal is not to be financially free, build a business that is actually a system that can work without you, okay? And achieve multiple 7 figures, multiple 6 figures per month in revenue. If that's not your goal, then you don't actually have to watch this video, okay? Because the things that I'll be covering in this training are things that like you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you're gonna want to implement it, okay? So if you don't actually wanna build something really big, have an impact on the world, then I'd like to ask you to actually stop here. It's only been 1 minute, so you can stop here and actually go do something else, okay? But if your purpose is to build a really cool business that can, cash flow like a lot of revenue, okay, and scale without needing you, then please keep watching, okay? Have a beautiful day. Or don't have a beautiful day, but like actually keep watching, okay? So this video is going to be very educational, so please turn off everything. Turn off the AC in your home, delete your Instagram from your phone, close all the tabs. Like you shouldn't have tabs like I have them right now. I've turned off my phone, it's charging, can't even see it. So yeah, let's get into it. So in this short video, I will be walking you through how I've personally leveraged these 4 components below to go from making less than $2,000 per month, guys, to generating over $75,000 during the month of August 2021. And I've only been in business for less than 10 months, okay? So, how can someone who's recently started a business, 22, 23 years old, go from not knowing how to even find someone who he can talk to generating more than people with more than what accountants make every year, or even some lawyers, right? So how is that possible, okay? So in this video, I quickly want to go over that because I feel like, in the journey that I've been on, I've been able to learn a few things that you can actually leverage, okay? So the 4 components are an offer that makes it unreasonable for a prospect to say no to you, okay? So how can you actually build offers that whenever someone gets on a call with you, he can't even find a reason to tell you no, okay? The second component is buying access to an audience and becoming literally an influencer of your space, okay? And the third component is an automated 6-figure in 60 days outbound prospecting campaign, okay? And the last component will be the right service delivery mechanism for scale. A delivery mechanism that can actually handle the scale, okay? Because it's good to get customers, but if you can't deliver it, then you don't have a business, okay? So I'll be covering all these 4 components, okay? So who is this video for? It's for everyone. It's for every online service business owner who is looking to add an extra 500K to $1 million in annual revenue or more, okay? It's for you if you're looking to build a business, a system where you can effortlessly make enough money to drive the Porsche, I like Porsches by the way, to fly out your family and friends for a weekend whenever you want without having to worry about, the money that you'll be spending, right? So actually, as I make this video, I was checking out, I just rented this cottage. It's a chalet, as we call it in French. And, I rented like five days this week because I actually need to start taking a week off every quarter to think. And it's not cheap. It's like $1,000 per night, right? Like, how did I go from last year working 9 to 5, making $2,000 per month, to being able to spend $4,000 to $5,000 just for a weekend, right? For a few days just to think, right? So if that's something that you'd like to do, amazing. Please keep watching, okay? It's for every agency owner, a coach, a consultant who is currently stuck not knowing how to predictably and consistently generate quality meetings, okay? It's for you if you're tired of spending thousands of dollars on ads only to end up with prospects who don't even know what you do. It's for you if you're tired of hiring appointment setting agencies who promise you the moon and give you a million guarantees that they can't meet. Okay, so you have a lot of people who are starting appointment setting agencies, and they're like, oh, I'll book you 40 meetings this month or you get your money back. But then 60 days later, they still can't even book you more than 5 meetings. Okay, and they can't even pay you back because they don't even have the money. Okay, it's for you if you're tired of hiring $150 a month virtual assistants who can't get you any results. Okay, a lot of you guys have probably spent money with virtual assistants and you can't seem to make it work. Like, it doesn't work. Okay, it's for you if you're tired of buying courses from famous people who claim they have the best growth systems, the best course on scaling an agency, the best course on scaling your coaching business, the best course for consultants, when the only thing that they know is making YouTube videos. Okay. Like, it's crazy. Okay, it's for you if you're tired of seeing everybody making 50K, 100K, 200K, 500K. Forget even the per month, even per year. Okay, some are making it every single month, but you're stuck with an inconsistent amount of revenue per month. You sign customers and then they don't even pay, or they end up leaving after 2 months. Okay, it's for you if you're tired of working 60 hours per week in your business and you've become the master and the slave at the same time. Okay, Grant Cardone mentioned this. It's like a lot of people are the masters and the slaves of their business. Like, you are the owner, but you're also the worker. Then you're not a business owner. You're just a slave, and you're a master at the same time. Okay, it's for you if you want to skip having to go through 20 different courses and spending over $50,000 in info products. And of course, you're going to also have to spend years learning how to solve your current problems. Okay, it's for you if you lack a predictable client acquisition system that can consistently generate 20 plus meetings per week organically, guys. Okay, forget about having to spend thousands of dollars on ads. I'll go over my own case study, but I've probably only spent maybe $60 ever since I've started this business. Okay, but I've made a lot of money without having to spend on ads. Okay, and it's for you if you're currently stuck sending thousands of emails, DMs, Loom videos, only to have people tell you to stop spamming them. Okay, I have people in my network, even customers of ours, who before they work with us, they've probably sent like 100 Loom videos. Like, how can you make sense of sending 100 Loom videos and only booking like 3 meetings? 100 Loom videos is like almost like 500 hours, guys. It's crazy. Okay, it's not 500 hours, but like, it's a lot of hours. And it's for you if you're finally ready to receive the key to unlocking the potential of your business. Okay, and most importantly, it's for you if you're ready to have the ability to impact hundreds, if not thousands of lives, and generate enough revenue to be financially free, so you can enjoy your life, your family, and all the fun things that life has to offer. I don't want to be making this video. I'd prefer go ahead and being dumb with my money and buying a Porsche, and go ahead and riding it with my brothers or my friends, or maybe a beautiful woman, right? Like, that's what I would rather do. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Who is this not for? I know a lot of people who make these kind of videos are like, oh, this is not for people who don't have high standards. This is not for people who don't want to grow. But like, for me personally, I think everybody should watch this video. All the 7.6 billion people on earth should be watching this video, because my story is like the kind of story that you learn about and you're like, wow, this is crazy, right? And I want more people to watch it. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so my story. So it's important for me to walk you through my story so you guys can see that I'm a real person. I'm not a genius. I'm not a magician. I'm just a young man who simply stuck to his vision till he figured it out, right? I've always asked myself, like, why is it that a lot of people, we have 7.6 billion on earth, but only a few are able to live the life that everybody desires? Everybody wants to have the nice place. Everybody wants to have the view. If you know where I live, you know that I have a cool view. Everybody wants this view, right? Everybody wants to have enough money to do anything, but not everybody has it. Everybody's stuck selling their time, whether that's for a job or even their business, and never actually, even if when they have the money, they don't actually have the time to even spend the money that they made. I was like, how is that possible? Okay. But of course, most of the problem is that you first need to figure out how to actually make money. Okay. So I couldn't, right? So I was born in Rwanda, raised by my grandmother, till I was like 13. I moved to Canada. So right now I live in Montreal, Canada. I finished high school and then went to college for like 3 semesters. And I ended up quitting college. I thought it was really, it wasn't stupid, but I just didn't see any purpose in finishing the degree that I was studying in. Okay. I ended up dropping out of college to pursue a door-to-door sales job, guys. Like, it's crazy. And it was in January 2018. So it was really cold here in Montreal. It probably like minus 10 degrees Celsius, right? I don't know how cold that is in Fahrenheit, but it's really cold, guys. Imagine, and this is how really a lot of people are like, well, how did you achieve whatever you achieved? Well, it's because I've done harder things before this. So this is just a game for me, okay? So what happened is that I ended up quitting and just going selling HVAC systems, which costed like 10 grand door to door. Imagine going on strangers' doors in neighborhoods where it's like really cold, going out of the city and just going ahead and knocking. Hey, my name is Serge. I'm currently here working with this company, and we're actually come here to help you guys install or improve your systems, right? Imagine doing that, one door after another, getting rejected, entering people's homes, going ahead and checking their systems when you don't know shit about the actual system. And actually trying to sell it, okay? So I did that, ended up quitting that job. It wasn't really sustainable. We were scamming people, giving them like a 10% interest every year, which meant that they would be paying the thing that costed probably like 3-4 grand with interest, 10 grand, and then 10% or year over year. That's like, you end up paying like triple of what the main thing cost, okay? So after quitting that job from 2018 to 2020, I worked multiple 9-to-5 jobs, customer service. It was the best thing ever because I felt like it got me to really learn how to treat people, how to make people feel like you understand them, how to give them really good care. Cold calling. I did a lot of cold calling before, okay? And that's why when I'm doing acquisition for my business and my customers, I tell them like, stop wasting your energy on cold calling. It's so draining, okay? So I did all that. Probably have had like 7 to 8 jobs in the past 3 years, or in this time frame of 2 years. I ended up quitting my last job June 26th last year, okay? So in July, I started full-time with my agency, okay? And here I am with my brothers and cousins. Here I am. I was the youngest of 4 boys. This is my cousin. This is my 2 brothers. There's 1 brother missing. And here I was, guys, like, we're born in Rwanda, having the best life. I personally believe in Rwanda was an amazing, I had an amazing life, okay? I can't lie. I can't say that I came from a place where I lacked the certain things. I had everything that I needed. But once I got to Canada, you best believe I wanted more, okay? So how did I get into this online space? Well, while working my 9-to-5, I was leveraging most of the capital I was getting paid to buy online courses. I bought courses on how to start an Amazon FBA business, how to dropship, how to start an agency, as well as how to start a consulting business, okay? Amazon FBA requires a lot of capital and a lot of patience. I didn't have capital or patience. How to dropship, a lot of capital, a lot of testing, Facebook ad. I didn't at the time understand Facebook ad and how to really scale and how to really advertise, okay? So I ended up focusing on wanting to scale the advertising agency due to the low cost of the entry of the business model, okay? I ended up facing the issue of not being able to close a single customer in over 9 months after starting my agency, okay? So from November 2019 to August 2020, I didn't sign a single customer for my agency. Okay, and I realized that it was due to the fact that I was learning from people who actually had never done what they were teaching me to do. Okay, of course they had built agencies. Okay, but when it comes to actually acquiring customers organically or through different outbound channels, or actually doing outbound, they had never done it. So like an example, how can a YouTuber with 150K subs help me book 20 meetings through LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram outreach, right? I couldn't understand it, okay? And after making this realization, I ended up going to learn from the industries that rely on outbound prospecting to sell really high ticket packages, like 50K, 100K agreements, okay? And, I went and learned from Nick Cosman from his salesprocess.io course, okay? Learned how, Consulting Accelerator by Sam Evans, learned from that. Ended up learning from a few other people, and I was like, wow, there's actually a system. There's actually a process around how to scale a business without necessarily having millions of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars to spend on ads or even on hiring really large sales teams, okay? And I spent weeks learning and built a system around it, leveraging a $3 an hour virtual assistant, okay? And after 9 months of zero results, I signed my first customer, and he wired me $4,500. Okay, I'll show you the PayPal wire that he sent me. And to be honest with you guys, this was probably the best, the only time I have ever made money from my own ideas, okay? And I promise you, most of you guys who are actually watching this video are people who probably have already maybe making multiple 6 figures, maybe multiple 7 figures, or just starting out. But like if you've ever made money from your own creativity, the pleasure, the dopamine hit that you get from this. It's amazing, okay? And I think that this is the moment, once I got that check, I was like, wow, I can actually make this thing work, okay? And the belief in myself went through the roof, okay? So I started getting really good with outbound prospecting, and I got really good, really, really good, like booking like 10, 15, 20 meetings, okay, for my agency. And then I realized that I had a skill to help others scale their agencies. So I literally decided to pivot and start an appointment setting agency, right? And, I was surrounded by a lot of agency owners. So I was like, well, I have a solution that they need. So let me sell the solution to the people that need it, okay? In 7 months, we went ahead and helped over 80 agency owners book meetings through platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. A lot of e-commerce agencies came to us, a lot of people in real estate, even coaches. My first customer, this guy who paid me 4.5K, he didn't have a budget for ads, so we ended up doing outbound prospecting for him, okay? Before we could actually sell enough to actually test paid ads after, okay? We were sending an average of 1,000 DMs, okay? So we were sending literally 1,000 DMs manually on these social platforms and getting an average of 100 brands, 100 real estate agents, coaches to become warm leads and booking a call with our customers, okay? We had built the most effective and cost-effective appointment setting service available for agency owners, but I wasn't happy with it, as while I could add an extra 5 to 10K in new MRR for customers, I was doubling my revenue, my monthly recurring revenue every single month without relying on a single virtual assistant or even on outbound prospecting campaigns, okay? And well, that's really weird. So how can you claim to be someone who's helping people when you're not even using the same systems that you're using to help others, okay? And so like it's as if I was keeping the best insights to myself. I was adding an extra 30K in 3 months to my MRR, but my customers couldn't really go at that, go that fast. So as the value creator that I am, I realized that my customers needed to access the same insights that helped me go from literally $0 per month with my agency to $30,000 per month in less than 90 days, guys, okay? And then from 30K per month to generating multiple times, okay? $10,000 days, okay? So I went from making 30K per month to, being able to close 10K per day, okay? In new revenue. I'm not even talking about recurring revenue, right? I'm like, hey, I book 5 meetings today, I book 10 meetings today, and I close $10,000 multiple times, okay? So this was my first win with the agency in September 2020. I signed my first customer who ended up paying me 4.3K Canadian for 3 months of work. That was really, that was like slavery back then. And here's my first 10K month, okay? I literally made my first $10,000 in January, guys, this year, 2021. Okay, so it hasn't been that long. Okay, we're now jumping on October, so 10 months exactly. My first 10K day. Okay, May 25th generated my first ever 10K in revenue, and I still drove $1,000 car. I was driving a Mazda. I literally I stopped driving it probably a month and a half ago, and it would literally cost me more to go ahead and get rid of it than keeping it. Like me spending the time to actually go sell it or go give it to someone else would actually cost me more than the value that the car has today. Okay, so yeah, I made 8.6K, 1.6 on PayPal, so that's cool revenue, right? And guess what? This summer, I got my first 100K collected in 63 days. Okay, $100,000, guys. And the crazy thing is that last year I was making $29,000 per year after tax at my 9 to 5. Okay, so if you see here, from July 19th to September 26th, we collected $103,000. Okay, to me personally, it's still a bit ridiculous, but I've become used to it. So I've raised my standards, so you have to do that. And from July 25th to August 7th, which is exactly maybe 10 to 14 days, we generated 32 grand on Stripe and another 5 grand on PayPal. So how did we do it? How did I go from making my first 10K in January to making 100 grand in just in 60 days, in 2 months collected? That's not even revenue. Okay, and an important thing to understand is that I'm generating this revenue with a team of 3 full-time employees and 4 commission-only outbound prospecting specialists. Okay, so I only have 2 employees, guys, right? So when I say 3 full-time, I mean myself included, right? So we have Reg, okay? She's from the Philippines. She's been working with me since we started the appointment setting. She's still with me with client acquisition. Sam, we just hired him 2 weeks ago. And yeah, so for my goal is for me to show you that I've done it, right? So my goal with this video is to walk you through exactly what changed for me in my business in order to go from spending 9 months struggling to get my first customer last year to now being able to see a clear path to generating 250K per month before the end of this year. Okay, it's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, but my new goal is to how can we generate $250,000 per month by the end of December. Okay, before I go over the 4 insights that will make it unreasonable for you not to add an extra 50K to 100K per month in the next 3 to 6 months, let me show you that I'm not the only one who is benefiting from our frameworks. Okay, so we have Rich, owner of All Key Media, specializes in scaling e-commerce brands. In 12 weeks, we helped him go from 13K in MRR to 37K. Okay, so here is proof. I'm writing some new case studies for the website. Can you tell me where you're at? He's at 37K. Okay, and guess what? From our outreach, our outbound prospecting campaign, our 6-figure in 60 days framework of the outbound prospecting, he generated 15K minimum in contracts for the first 3 months plus performance bonuses. Okay, and here is another one. On the 16th of August, he had a 10K day, 13.7K in US. Okay, and this keeps happening consistently. 4 days later, another 4.1K per month plus 10% return on ad spend. Okay, everybody's is getting this. Javier from Mexico, founder of B360 Digital, specializes in helping ethical brands scale. We helped him go from $0, literally zero. Okay, he spent the last penny he had with us. No, he had literally with us all the savings he had. He spent it on our process, and in 5 weeks he generated $21,000 worth of agreements in 5 weeks before any performance bonuses. Okay, and check this out. So client closed 1.5K per month, 5%, okay? Just closing another client, okay? So 9 days later, 1.5K, 7% on a 3-month. I have another call in 5 minutes. I hope I can close this one too. 5 minutes later, haha, you won't believe this, guys, just close another client, right? This is and I have in all these customers, we have interviews on YouTube, so you can actually go ahead and check them out. But like, the best thing that I can offer to people is, hey, bet on me, trust me, and let me show you what we do. And this guy trusted me with his last penny, okay? And this doesn't stop here, guys. Like, another client, 1.5K, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers in like 3 weeks, okay? Hi, founder of the Pull-Up Media, specialized in helping streetwear brands. We helped him go from 0 to 26K worth of agreements before return on ad spend, okay? This guy is 17-year-old. He still goes to high school. He still has to go to class, okay? So he closed his second client for $1,250. First client, 3.5K plus 15% return on ad spend. And then another one, 4K plus 10% return on ad spend, locked in, okay? So this is to say that, like, our stuff works, okay? If a 17-year-old can come in and implement our systems and get result, guys, he's still in high school. Imagine what you can do, okay? And here was his feedback. Oh my fucking God, I don't know how to thank Serge, and especially the support from the community for changing my life. So I actually have 2 pretty sharp brands interested in working with us. And also, a little off topic, we're launching a party event planner agency as my passion project, right? So this is the type of stuff we do, okay? We get, young people or even older people the opportunity to be able to achieve their dreams, okay? So here's my 4 steps process that I leverage to add an extra 50K or more in MRR in 3 to 6 months, okay? So the way that I'll actually do this is I'll actually go ahead and give you guys everything, okay? I'll not be holding back. I'll not be doing anything. I'm actually going to tell you everything that I would do to add an extra 50K per month, okay? So step 1, creating an offer that makes it unreasonable for a prospect to say no. So most people, when they're creating an offer, they're thinking from the perspective of, what service can I deliver that doesn't require me much effort, that I can outsource and still make a lot of money, okay? And of course, this is from the lazy human perspective, okay? Or if you've been through a course, you've probably been told, hey, go ahead and sell Facebook ad, email marketing, CRO, and hire, hire someone to deliver for you. Hire a media buyer, hire email specialist, hire a consultant, anything, just to do the work for you, okay? But guess what? Most people, most agency owners, most coaches, most consultants, most business owners are broke. So you should never try to follow the herd or learn from someone who is famous when trying to make a decision about what you should be selling to the market, okay? Key thing is understanding that you're selling to the market. You're not selling to the guy who taught you how to sell Facebook ads. You're not selling to your community. You're selling to the market. The market decides what they want, okay? So how do you actually go ahead and create an offer so good that every prospect says yes? Well, it's pretty simple, guys. And I'll walk you through it, the exact process I went through to create my offer, okay? So first thing first, you need to be specific about the person, the niche that you're going to be targeting, okay? And you need to not only know their desired state, which a lot of people are like, oh, know what they actually want, okay? But that's not where you should stop. You also need to know and understand their current situation, their current state, better than they know it themselves, okay? As an example, this is much easier if you can actually target a person's situation instead of the actual niche, right? So what I mean by that is that if you actually were to want to sell me something, the best way to actually try to sell it to me is not to try to call out my desired state or say, oh, I want to help leverage consultants scale. It's to actually call out my current situation, okay? As an example, let's say someone who is looking to scale clothing brands, okay? My advice to you is that instead of trying to say, hey, we scale clothing brands to 6, 7 figure or even 8 figures, call out influencers looking to scale their clothing brands, okay? Because that will make it so that when your outbound prospecting campaign launches, or even your ad campaign, or even anything, when they see that you can call out their current situation more than anybody else, they'll be like, wow, this guy actually knows what I'm trying to do. This guy knows where I'm at, okay? So understanding the prospect's current situation is so important, okay? And step 2 is you need to look at what everybody's selling to this person, to this niche, to try to get their desired state and figure out what could potentially keep the person from achieving their desired state even after buying that service, okay? So this is so important, guys. Look at the market, okay? See what everybody's selling. If everybody's selling Facebook ad, okay, then look around and see, hey, what could impede or what could make it so that the Facebook ad service doesn't work, okay? And then once you figure out everything, create an offer including the main service that everybody's selling. So let's say Facebook ad, but also include all the other features that will make it unreasonable for the person not to achieve their desired state, okay? As an example, I know a lot of people are selling Facebook ad, okay? Even my customers, I keep repeating this to them, but I'm like, Facebook ad without offering creatives is pointless, guys. You will never get the return for these brands, for these customers, if you don't help them solve the creative creation process, okay? And if their website is not converting, how the hell do you expect to get returns, okay? You know, things like that. If they don't have a way to actually create to increase their lifetime value leveraging email marketing, how the hell do you think this is going to work, okay? So get all the features in the offer, okay? And then step 4 is charge a premium price, a higher ticket price for your solution. Charge 2 to 5 times as much as everybody else is charging for their solutions, okay? If you're watching this video and you charge less than 5 to 10K per month, then something is wrong. And just realize it, okay? You shouldn't be charging less than 5 to 10K per month to a business, okay? And let me show you this thing, okay? What most people try to do is that they try to reduce the price of their services, okay, by not offering a lot of value. But guess what? The price can only go so low. It can only go to 0, right? So if you try to be the cheapest and you also reduce the value and bring it down here, well, the price to value discrepancy actually tightens up. So there's actually less value in your offer. So every time, even if the person is paying $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 per month, and you're only delivering this one mechanism, then every time, because the value that you're offering and the price are so close, every single month, they'll be like, why are we paying this? Why are we paying $500 for just someone to implement our email outreach or our email marketing, okay? Why are we paying $2,000 for this Facebook ad service when we could be launching services ourselves or hiring someone in-house, okay? But the solution is make this discrepancy as big as possible, okay? And how do you actually do it? Well, you need to ask yourself, how can I make it unreasonable for my customers not to achieve what I'm promising, okay? Add more solutions to the mechanism. Become a better at what you do, and reduce the time it takes your customers to achieve their desired outcome. Add a better onboarding, shorten the time it takes for customers to get a return. Maybe add guarantees, okay? But the good thing that you have to understand is that the more value you can provide, actually value is like you can give more value. You can literally, there's no limit to the amount of value that you can give, okay? And guess what? At the same time, the price is also infinite. You can charge as much money as you want, okay? I like Porsches, but if I go ahead and spend 100K, 150K, if I want a GT2 RS, that's like almost $250,000 or even 500K car, okay? How can I make sense of spending that kind of money on a car? Because guess what? The value to price is so big. The discrepancy is ridiculous, okay? So your goal is how can you give tremendous amount of value at a discount, okay? And that's the good stuff, right? 1 second. This thing not working anymore. Okay, perfect. So, and guess what? We actually get our customers to start doing this. And this customer named Patrick, I just pitched a 7.5K to the guy from yesterday, and he loved the new offer. guys. Nobody likes cheap stuff, guys. Everybody wants to pay premium. People love it, okay? So when Patrick on our onboarding call or roadmap session, I was like, hey, I don't think you should be selling, a 2K, 3K offer. That's too cheap, okay? So, and a week ago, I would have pitched max $3,000, okay? This is not even what he would have pitched. This is like what would have been his max. Because guess what? Because he's probably been into courses that tell him, hey, charge $1,500, $2,000, and just outsource the thing, okay? And he's going to close it, right? So, and once you're done with, creating this kind of offer and, putting in all the features, then create a sales argument proving that you're not a commodity. Instead, you're playing in your own lane. You're playing in your own league. You've literally created your own world, okay? So nobody can compete with you, right? And the good thing is that there's actually a flywheel of charging high prices. And most people don't understand this, right? Most people are like, oh, I'm going to charge average or less so that I can get a lot of customers in. But guess what? That also creates a flywheel, but it's on the other side, it's negative. Guess what? Because you make not much profit, so you can't even reinvest in the business, you can't reinvest in acquisition, so you don't actually end up getting more customers, okay? And the customers you get are really low quality. And guess what? Since customers are so low quality, they'll not even be dedicated or committed to your offer, to your service. So you're actually be getting shitty results for your customers. But check this flywheel. If you charge 7, 8, 10 grand per month or more, well, the only customers you get are high quality customers, because you'll not get anybody basic to pay that kind of price, okay? And you get them committed, right? But when you get people who are committed and who pay you a lot of price, a lot of money, well, you get more revenue for the back end to build a better delivery system, okay? Once you have a better delivery system, you have employees who are really smart, guess what? You can support your customers and make sure they get the best results, okay? But guess what? Once you have really customers getting really good results, then you increase your prices even more. And then it's a loop that never ends, guys. Charging high prices is how you that's how you dominate, okay? So this is the first step, right? I have 4 steps. This is the first one. If you understand this is going to change your world. Even if you take this one thing, like this is it, okay? So how did this process look when I was creating my offer? Well, this insight is the main reason transition from done for you appointment setting business model to a consultancy model, okay? Leveraged consultant, okay? Quick story. So essentially, like I said, I was doing outreach for people, booking them meetings for agency owners, and I was like, well, yeah, I can add an extra 5 to 10K per month, but a lot of the customers are not getting these good results, right? So I was like, well, why am I only delivering one mechanism when in my brain I know way many more insights, I know more to actually help them. So I was like, well, the only way I can make it unreasonable for my customers not to add an extra 30K per month in every 3 months is by giving them everything that I know, right? So essentially, this is what I did, okay? And it's so crazy. I literally went through this third step, which is I looked at what everybody was selling and what I was selling at the time, okay? And I also made a list of what's the main service that I was like, what are the features that are missing in order for my customers, like if I were to implement these features, it would make it unreasonable, okay? For my customers not to add an extra 30 to 50K per month every 3 months, okay? And here's what I did. I was like, well, I'd need to help them create better messages, okay? The market has become numb. So I was like, what could keep my customers from adding an extra 50K per month? And some of these are, the market has become numb to the message and they're tired of being spammed on a specific channel, okay? So I needed to figure out a way to leverage other channels that are unexplored, okay? Well, if the customer can't deliver once they get them in, there will be a high churn rate, okay? So I needed to solve this problem, okay? And the competition increases and everybody starts selling the same thing, okay? My lack of skills and knowledge with different facets of the business could also keep me from being able to help my customers. So guess what I did? I'm currently hiring we have now 4 consultants, one who's helping with the backend service delivery, another is helping email outreach and making sure that we troubleshoot our customers' email acquisition done right. Okay, that's what we call that. And we have people who have spent $2 million on Facebook ad and made 26 million who are supporting our customers to get really good results, right? That's me making it unreasonable that when my customers actually end up getting customers, that they can't actually deliver. Okay? And it's hard to locate their prospects, or it takes a lot of energy to find their ideal customer. That's also something that could keep them. So I was like, well, is it possible for me to solve this? Okay? They can't get the feedback they need fast enough, right? If it's done for you, then that means that I'm not communicating as much or as frequently as I'd love to with my customers, okay? They get access to our frameworks, but they never implement anything. There's a lack of accountability. They don't have enough capital to invest in their business, so to buy an audience or to pay for softwares, okay? They don't have an in-depth knowledge about the person they're looking to sell to. They're not disciplined enough. They can't think long-term or understand the importance of playing the long-term game. They lack the environment of success, okay? Now we have a community of over 50, 60 people where we get on a call 5 days a week. We've created an environment that makes it unreasonable for you not to succeed, okay? They don't know how to find the people that actually want to buy their services, okay? They're stuck charging really low ticket prices, right? That could make it so that you never add an extra 50K per month, okay? They don't know how to build assets that can sell while they sleep, or they don't know how to sell through videos, right? They don't know how to create video sales letters. They don't know how to build a team. They don't know what needs to be prioritized, okay? And most agency owners, coaches, consultants, etc., can't scale their businesses because they sell an offer or a mechanism as if it existed in a vacuum, okay? And that the prospect will succeed automatically once they buy. So the understanding of most people is that, I'm going to sell Facebook ad, okay? Once I sell Facebook ad and the customer pays the retainer per every month, I'm going to automatically make 10K, 20K, 30K per month. No, it doesn't work like that. Like, I'm not sure if anybody has told you, but you still need to deliver to make sure that retainer comes in the month after, okay? That's the crazy thing that a lot of people don't understand. But and the other thing they don't understand is that your service needs complementary service to actually work, right? If you don't pay for electricity, you're not going to be able to turn on your laptop to even deliver. That's the same way that without Facebook, without the creatives, without the email, without the audience, without the website converting, without a really good sales argument, your stuff is not going to work. It's not because you can spend $1 million on ads to get people to see it that people will automatically buy, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. So buying access to an audience. The real secret behind my fast success hasn't been that I was an amazing outbound prospector or amazing at booking meetings or that I'm great at solving hard problems, okay? And by the way, this is important, okay? The real secret is that with a single click of a button, I can access 4,000 people or more who have already paid to achieve the desired outcome that I promised, okay? This is crazy, okay? This single insight is going to probably make me a multiple 7-figure earner before summer of 2022, okay? It took me from spending the past 4 years struggling to start an online business to having a 7-figure run rate with a new offer in 3 months, okay? This single insight, guys. Yes, I've been in business full time for 10 months, but I've been trying to make this thing work for the past 4 years, okay? It took me from not being able to generate a single meeting per month to being able to book 15 meetings per day in like 3 hours, okay? And this is what happens when you have an audience. Check this out. I made this post about to book 10 meetings in 30 minutes around 3:30 p.m. and check this out. 3:38 I had already booked a meeting. 4:02 I booked a meeting. 4:20 I booked a meeting. 4:34 I booked a meeting, okay? So I booked 4 meetings in less than 40 minutes, okay? But it probably took me 15 meetings of actually sending messages and to my audience to actually book these 4 meetings. I know people who don't even book 4 meetings every 2 weeks. I booked it in 15 minutes, okay? And without an audience, it would have probably taken me 3 days, okay? Why is this insight so powerful? So the old way of finding prospects and booking meetings was to either launch an outreach campaign on social platforms or emails, or to ask for referrals, or to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on paid ads, only to get non-qualified leads and appointments, okay? But in the current state of the world, all those methods still work, and we still do use them, guys, okay? But they're not the most effective way to scale really fast, okay? The best, the easiest, and the fastest way to find and convert prospects is to leverage someone else's audience, okay? I don't care what niche you're currently targeting. It could be real estate, it could be e-commerce brands, it could be agency owners, it could be coaches, it could be consultants, it could be loan officers, it could be pregnant women, it could be SaaS, okay? Someone has already spent thousands of hours, okay, time. They've already spent hundreds, if not millions of dollars to try to sell and gather this group of people in a community, okay? So why not outsmart him and leverage all his effort or her effort, all the ad spend, guys? If you don't have $1 million to spend, that doesn't mean you can't access the people that other guy has spent to actually get to this community, okay? So check out this example, okay? So for people who are selling to real estate, okay, there is this product by Ryan Serhant, okay? So if I were you, I will not try to go on LinkedIn. I would not try to go on Facebook groups trying to sell to people. I would not try to scrape any real estate agent email, okay? What I would do is I would find his course, which is $4.99, okay? And I would buy it instantly. I might actually buy this one and just gift it to someone, because this is ridiculous, guys. And check this out. If you bought access to this course, you will get access to over 6,000 agents in 100 countries. You pay $500 and you get access to 6,000 real estate agents who have already the intention to focus on personal branding and leveraging social media. Do you guys get this? You have people who have already spent money, committed to the transformation that is being offered from this course, okay? So look at the understanding that needs to be happen, okay? So the old prospect, let's say a real estate agent who was making $150K per year, this is his old current situation. He'll see Ryan Serhant, he'll be like, oh my God, he has a lot of social proof. He can help me get my outcome. And then, it can be a digital product, it could be a newsletter, it could be anything, okay? And then the prospect will buy this product. Him buying this product means that he has committed. He has, he's put his money, he's voted, okay? And then this product, the good thing is that it will not actually get him the desired outcome of becoming a 7-figure producer real estate agent, okay? So the gap is that this guy is looking to get here, okay? He's looking to make, to add an extra $850K in revenue, right? But no $500 product will actually go take you from $150K to $1 million in revenue per year. So guess what? The guy will probably get really close. He'll probably start making 200, maybe 300K tops, okay? But when you buy access to this audience, you have the chance to breach the remaining gap, okay? You can do it through your offer, which is done for you, real estate lead gen, or you could show them, you could do it for them, create YouTube videos, create branding, create social platform stuff, okay? And then you have this gap that still needs to be bridged, okay? But what most people do is that they'll try to go on like LinkedIn and try to send thousands of DMs. It's crazy, okay? You have people who have already committed. Go buy this audience. It's only costing you $500, right? This is an audience, guys. And you can make these your own audience, okay? I'll show you guys how to do it, okay? So would you rather send thousands of cold emails, LinkedIn messages only to get ignored, or buy access to an audience of 6,000 real estate agents who have already paid to grow their businesses? Would you? What do you prefer? Okay? So this insight is so good that after I made a YouTube video about it, marketing agencies that target real estate agents started telling me that they love me, okay? And if they see this, they'll even love me more, okay? And it doesn't stop there. This is another example of an audience, okay, where you pay every month and access hundreds, if not thousands, of e-commerce founders who are making 7 or 8 figures in revenue, guys. I didn't make this up. If you become a customer, I'll show you how to find it, okay? But This is true stuff, okay? And let me show you some of our results, the ones of customers once they access audiences. Safe is 14 years old, okay? He's from Ontario. He's like maybe 3 hours, 4 hours away from where I live. And he started an e-commerce agency. His first ever meeting, guys, came from a free audience that he accessed on Facebook. The prospect was running a $40 million brand. 14 years old. I have a video on how he actually did this on YouTube. He booked a meeting, his first ever meeting at 14 with a brand that generated 40 million, okay? He went on to buy access to an audience of store owners, and from a single comment he made in the group he joined, he got 5 inbound leads to message him and booked 3 sales calls, okay? So check this out. Booked my first meeting today with a brand and with building a brand and audience, okay? So it's a process that we use. And also forgot to add that the company made 29 million in pounds last year, with 30% of that coming from ecom. So good first meeting. I was like, small detail to miss, okay? And then he sends me on Saturdays. He's like, hey, booking meetings on Saturday. 5 hours sent, 4 meetings booked. This is too easy. Also, this is without an optimized profile, okay? And I was like, wow. I know a lot of people spend years trying to create a Facebook profile. But this 14-year-old doesn't even have an optimized profile. He literally has his own picture. This is the only picture that is on his Facebook, guys. No claim, no bold claim, no nothing, no social proof, just pure accessing audiences and knowing how to create relationships, okay? He paid $500 for this audience, by the way. Shannon, she joins our program. 3 days later, closed 2 consulting deals this evening. She's from South Africa, accessing funnels and building strategy, 2K each, so that's $4,000, and with the potential to transfer into a full dev share, done for you work if they qualify, okay? And I was like, from the 4 meetings you booked from that specific community that you found? She was like, yes, 6 more for next week, and haven't even hired a virtual assistant yet. Also moved into 3 communities. She's chasing now 50K per month, okay? So do you guys understand how crazy this is? It's like the old way of prospecting was like, oh, let's go on Instagram, let's do 1,000 DMs. No. Find the right community, access it, create partnerships, create relationships, solve people's problems. Okay? Another case. Okay, Joseph, he was on my growth team, was helping me sell the program. You don't fail unless you quit. 2 years of being stuck in the same place, contemplating my purpose, why I exist, what I'm meant to do. Now my contractor will be able to afford a car for his mother-in-law and not be worried about her ability to take care of herself. This is a 8K times 3 month minimum. Okay, this is like $24,000. Okay. And Joseph spent the past 2 years trying to scale his agency, but couldn't get it. Couldn't seem to get it off the ground. Spent thousands of dollars in courses on software. Sent thousands of emails, guys. Never closed a single customer for his agency. When he joined the program, I got him to switch his offer from which was Facebook ad. I got him to say start selling CRO. Okay. And got him to leverage an audience of agencies who already are working with his ideal customers, okay? So the key thing you have to understand is you don't actually have to necessarily go sell to the people that you want to sell to. You can also partner with people who are already doing business with your ideal customers, okay? This is the key thing. It's like you can actually, instead of trying to go directly to the person, buy access to an audience of people who are already working with your ideal customers, okay? And understanding this insight is the one thing, is one thing, making it work is another. There are many things that have to be implemented and different processes that have to be followed to really turn someone else's audience into your own and start converting that audience into high ticket customers, okay? But what does having an audience look like for me? Well, for me, I started this group in February. Now we have over 920 members. Whenever I make a post on Facebook, I have 120 comments from leads. So even if I were to convert like 1 customer, it would be crazy. I make posts like these ones, 149 comments. 140 plus people interested in a specific piece of content. This means that I generate 140 warm leads in a post that takes me 5 minutes to make. I can easily start a conversation with 50% of the people that commented on my post, okay? And get 20% of them to get on a call, which is 14 prospects, okay? So let's say 70 people wanna get on a call, actually answer me. Or no, let's say I have 140 comments. I only, let's say, want to talk to 50% of them, which is 70 people. Let's say out of 70 people, 20% want to actually get on a call. I generate 14 meetings from a single post with a 30% closing rate. That's 4 new customers, okay? With a high ticket price of anywhere between 7K and 10K, the potential revenue from that is 28 to 40 grand from a single post, guys. And I have almost 3,000 friends on Facebook, and I have an audience, a Facebook group of like almost 1,000 people. How long do you think it will take me to actually make multiple 6 figures per month? Not long, okay? And that's why I'm trying to get you to think of like, can you have an audience yourself, okay? Can you find someone who's already spent the years, spent the dollars to acquire and put the people in a group and just leverage the group, guys? It's simple, okay? Step 3, automated 6 figures in 60 days, outbound. That's actually in 60 days. Outbound prospecting campaign, okay? The more people get into this online space, the harder it's becoming to get business owners on the phone and in order to sell them your services, okay? And most gurus who are creating these new agencies, coaches and consultants, etc., really don't understand what it takes to get a stranger on the phone. Someone who's running multiple 6, 7 figure, 8 figure business on the phone, handing you thousands of dollars, right? They don't know nothing. They're creating courses, they're creating YouTube content. They're not necessarily selling in the trenches with you, okay? So how can you really learn how to book meetings from someone who makes high quality YouTube videos for a living? How can you learn from that person? If you want to be a content creator, perfect. They're the best people to learn from, okay? I went through these courses and spent the first 9 months of 2020 not being able to book a single meeting, to be honest, okay? Since I couldn't understand the energy that it takes to get people to book calls, okay? But everything changed once I understood these 4 things, okay? And those 4 things when it comes to outreach is the following, okay? Importance of unexplored channels, guys. This is so important, okay? When I started my appointment setting agency, I knew I couldn't rely on cold emails to help my customers. Not because email outreach doesn't work, but because it doesn't work at the rate required to get my customers really good results. Okay? Everybody's uncle and grandmother know that they can scrape thousands of emails and spam the whole world in a few seconds. And they do it. This results in having many niches, many business owners not responding to these emails because they've become numb to them. Okay? If a market has become sophisticated, you need a new approach, and that's why we started relying heavily on Instagram and Facebook as our preferred channels. Okay? If you're watching this video and you don't use Instagram and Facebook, like something's wrong, okay? Most of our customers leverage these 2 channels to book most of their meetings, and the response rate is higher since people use these platforms regularly, as it requires little effort to respond to a Facebook message compared to a cold email, okay? If you're running a business right now, okay, when's the last time that you answered a cold email? Not necessarily a cold email from someone who has something for you, but like an actual cold email trying to sell you something. Especially trying to get you on a meeting with no social proof, with nothing. Probably never. I've probably never been on a call from a cold email. I can't remember a single time where I jumped on the call with someone, gave him my time because he sent me such a good email. I've never done it, okay? So another thing you have to understand is that volume negates luck. Most business owners can grow or generate results because they're not able to do the volume required to get results. It's simple, okay? I know agency owners who think that they'll get to 10K per month or even 50K doing 10 to 20 emails per day. And the crazy thing is that they're relying on their discipline to maintain that 10 to 20 outreaches per day, which is personally even crazier. Like, not only will you not be doing a lot of volume, but you think that you will be disciplined enough to do the volume yourself, to send 10 to 20 emails per day or 10 to 20 DMs per day, 5 days a week for 6 months, not get a single return or a single answer, and still run the business? That's crazy, okay? The first thing I did when I quit my job was to delegate my outreach to a virtual assistant agency. And the first thing we do with our customers is to help them get a $3 an hour virtual assistant to take over 95% of all the outreach. Okay? We've actually built a community of like hundreds of virtual assistants, and we train them every week, because I never want my customers to be like, oh, I'll do it myself. What? You're running a business. You're not a slave to yourself. Like, come on, right? Build systems. And when I was running the appointment setting agency, we used to send 1,000 DMs per day manually. Okay? And I can tell you that it made our customers lucky. So lucky. Okay? So volume negate luck. Look at this. This is a spreadsheet that we used. We call it the foundational click-writing spreadsheet. Almost 5,600 DMs on Instagram, guys. And here's the outreach. Do you think you can do these outreaches yourself? I'd love to see you try. This is crazy, guys. I wouldn't even do it. I would go back to working a 9 to 5 faster than anything. If you told me, hey, you need to do this to become successful, I wouldn't do this at all. Never, right? And if you see, there's like follow-ups, right? It's not even one single message. It's like message, follow-ups, everything, okay? This is crazy. And then check the results. We got brands to give us their emails, and we sent them a good value video or video sales letter. And look at all these meetings, guys. This is crazy. This was with an agency making 170K per month. Okay, we got them all these meetings from Instagram. Okay, and but yeah, like with this point, volume negates luck, guys. If you're not sending at least 100 DMs per day, if you're not having 100 touch points or more per day, it's going to be hard for you to get the results you want. Okay, and then the third thing is importance of micro commitments. After reading the book, by Robert called Persuasion, I learned the importance of getting micro commitments for prospects before trying to get them on a call or even selling them. Most people looking to book meetings are just looking to get anyone and everyone on a sales call. And guess what? They end up with hundreds of sales calls with prospects who don't even know why they're on the call, right? Instead of it being a discovery call of the business owner, the the actual prospect is discovering what the guy does or the girl do. And that's crazy, right? We do things a bit differently. We always make sure the prospects take a step towards us before we try selling them anything, whether it be a meeting with us or a $10,000 product, right? So whether you're trying to sell them on a meeting, or if I'm trying to sell you on a meeting or sell you a $10,000 product, I'm not going to sell you any of that before you actually, give me something. Okay. So it results in our customers having an average closing rate of 50% on sales calls they generate. Okay. Let me show you the campaign of the 17-year-old who's part of our consulting thing. So check this out. He got brands on Instagram, sent a lot of emails, right? And then if you look at here, he got this brand to give him an email, sent a Loom, 5-minute Loom, by the way. And then he sent a second one, booked an appointment. Guess what? First ever meeting, guys, with an international brand, closed the deal. He sent maybe 15 to 20 other Looms, didn't book a call. And then on the next meeting, he booked another meeting here, okay? This is like 8 on the 24th. The other was booked on the 11th, so it took a little bit of time. He booked a second customer, okay? And then another 2 days later, he booked, or same day really, on the same day that he sent the Loom, he booked another client, and that client became a 4K customer, okay? And these are the first 3 meetings I have ever got on. I know people getting on like 50 meetings per month who can't even close not $8,000 in new MRR plus ROAS deals. And probably you who's watching this video, if you've watched this far, you're probably having a hard time doing this, okay? You don't have 100% closing rate. This 17-year-old has 100% closing rate, okay? It's crazy, okay? And then this is one of the last thing around the actual prospecting and six-figure outbound prospecting workflow, and it is the importance of creating enough energy through sales assets to create trust and authority. Okay, what most people do, okay, they'll find a lead, they'll probably scrape it, or they'll go on Facebook and they'll send a cold DM, okay, or a cold email, okay, and then they hope that a cold email or a cold DM mixed with a cold loom is going to get someone converted into a loyal customer. A stranger is going to want to give you $4,000 because you sent him a cold DM or a cold email and a cold loom. That's impossible, right? Check how we do things here, okay? We do, and that's why it's 6-figure in 60 days outbound prospecting framework, okay? Because people actually want to do business with you. We don't just rely on two things. We do a few things. We send a cold DM, and then we get him to commit, okay? So if you see here, we get brands to give us their emails before we send any value video, right? We want micro commitments, okay? And then once they give us the micro commitment, we send them a personalized value sales letter, value video, like a value video sales letter, okay? And then we send them follow-ups. And then these follow-ups contain the process that we actually leverage to solve their problems, okay? And then after that, we send them our point of view. Why are we doing everything we're doing? Why are we even following up with them, okay? And then we send them another case study and a testimonial. And guess what? That at that point, they're like, wow, who's this guy? I've never heard of him. I need to get on a meeting with him. And that's how 17-year-olds or brands, agencies making multiple 6 figures per month work with us so that we can help them build this stuff. And that's how, people will go ahead and actually book like loads of meetings, right? This is crazy. I shouldn't even be sharing this, but I'm sharing it. Who cares, right? So my understanding of these 4 concepts led me to creating an appointment setting agency. And I started working with 20 agencies every single month, okay? You're probably having a hard time scaling your outbound prospecting campaign. I had 20 campaigns that I needed to make work. I needed to figure out how to troubleshoot it, okay? It's probably hard. You're having a hard time scaling your business. I had 20 businesses that I needed to scale organically, okay? And I personally think we've probably added close to 500K, $500,000 worth of agreements in 5 to 6 months for the agencies we worked with while doing the done for you work, okay? So please understand this concept, okay? If you do anything, at least when it comes to outreach, understand this, okay? Now, step 4. This is probably, everything else is good, right, to acquire customers, but this is the back end stuff, okay? This is the inside that once you understand it, I think you can make multiple 6 figures per month, okay? So this is probably the most important insight that you will need to understand and start implementing if you really want to grow, okay? The truth is, most people who will watch this video can't even handle 50 grand in new monthly recurring revenue every single month. And in my opinion, that's an even greater threat, an even greater enemy to achieving your financial goals, your freedom, okay? Forget about not being able to book meetings. What if you can book meetings, close customers, but you can't even deliver? That's even more sad, okay? So, and I'll explain through my own experience of running an appointment setting agency, right? The story is I could get customers. I could get 40 meetings a week because I have an audience, like I said, okay? But I cannot serve more than 20 customers a month. I was already stressed the hell out. I was working like a slave, waking up to messages. Hey, Serge, when will this thing work? When will this thing? I had 10 virtual assistants, guys. At some point, I had 14. Do you know how hard it is to scale to support 14 customers? No, 14 employees, guys. Do you know how hard it is to make a successful campaign successful? Even one campaign is hard. Do 20 campaigns. It's crazy, okay? So I was like, well, I'm making 30K per month. I'm making more money than I know what to do with. Of course I am, okay? But the key thing is I couldn't live. I couldn't think properly. I was always like, oh my God, I need to do this. Oh my God, I need to make sure this customer is satisfied. I need to do this. So if you gave me 20 extra customers, I would have said, this is impossible. Okay? So I was like, well, how is it that people are making 7 figures per month? How can they do it? And I'm struggling with a 300K a year business. Okay? So I was like, well, I can't keep doing this. Right? So I was like, I looked around, started listening from the big boys, big girls, okay, in the online space. And the common denominator of every multiple six-figure earner or multiple 7-figure earner per month is the key thing, is the fact that they can deliver at scale. Okay? And none of them really started making millions per year or per month before they transitioned to a model that has close to zero marginal cost of replication. Okay? And by zero marginal cost of replication, I mean let's say you create one thing, okay? If you add another customer to get this one thing, it doesn't actually cost you more than doing it for you. So it doesn't cost you more to deliver this product, this service to one person or to 1 million people. It's the same cost. So there is zero marginal cost of replication. So you can replicate it 1 million times without having to be like me when I was running an appointment setting agency, where every new customer, I had to think like, okay, I need to onboard him. I need to get the VA to support his campaign. I need to get Reg to make sure that this customer gets a campaign review every 3 days, every week. Like, no, that was like, the more I grew, the more I needed to grow the team, right? That's what traditional businesses do, but that's not efficient. Of course, it's possible to scale an agency and of all that, but like, it requires a lot of. You need to manage people. People are the most complicated thing on earth. Okay, so an example of something with zero marginal cost of replication is like Joe Rogan isn't working any harder than he worked on his first episode, but guess what? He's now probably making 1 million per episode, when the first episode probably cost him money to make. Okay, but now it cost him to make his first ever podcast episode, but now he's making the same energy, he's putting the same energy to make the same product, really, but it's now being seen by hundreds, if not millions, multiple millions of people, and he's now, he got $100 million offer by Shopify, okay? No, by Spotify. So now, what are the traditional way of delivering value? It was the done for you model, of course. Hey, come in, work with client acquisition. I'll do everything and then you don't have to do anything. Okay, just get on meetings and sell. Okay, that's the traditional way of delivering. Or if you're an agency, then it's like, hey, please give us all your assets and we'll run the ads. We'll do everything for you. Okay, that's the first way of delivering. Or the other way was, which was more efficient, is one-on-one. Let's do consulting. Okay. But even that, you only have 24 hours in a day. How many customers can you really get? Okay? If you get more than 10 customers per month, like, you're done with a one-on-one consulting model, right? Because everybody wants your attention. Everybody wants to know where you're at, where everything, like, it's really annoying. It's not scalable. Okay? Now, you need to understand this new form of leverage that is actually creating billionaires. Okay? And I actually got this from Naval. Okay, Naval Ravikant is an investor, and he said that the new forms of leverage that is creating billionaires is product created by code, of course, and media. Well, media is also code, right? This video that I'm making, 100 people could watch it, 1 billion people could watch it, and it wouldn't cost me more. Right? I'm currently standing. I'm tired of standing. But like, what I'm saying is, I'll make it once. I'll suffer once. But 1,000 people could watch it, and I won't need to do anything else. Right? If 100 people want to work with me after watching this video, cool. But I'll have invested 1.5 hours to make it. Is it worth? And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, use these kind of leverage, content, media. Okay. Now, how can you leverage it to make sure that you can add not just 6 figures per month, but multiple 6 figures per month? Okay. Well, the key thing is you need to leverage all three forms of leverage that even existed before. And the first leverage, which you can't really avoid, okay, if you actually want to remove yourself, is from a service business at least, is you need highest output labor. You still need people, but you don't actually need like people without really good talent, okay? You need highest output people. You need like 3 people, one to do maybe like some support, one to take care of your systems, and one to build better product, to build better insights, which could be you, okay? Like I said, I'm running my business with 3 people, okay? And we're making like we have a 750K run rate to $1 million this year, okay? We'll probably do more, but whatever. And once you have that highest output people, then you need capital. But guess what? A lot of people are like, but I don't have money to actually grow my business. But guess what? I just showed you that you can triple, 5x your current prices. What that gives you is that it gives you a lot of capital up front. You have to stop this, let's do 3-month agreement, this, not. No. Get 10 grand up front, 20 grand up front. Now you have 20 grand to allocate to your growth of the business. So now you can spend 2 grand to acquire the next customer who will give you 20 grand. Okay? Now you have capital to do anything you ever wanted. Okay? And then you need to also leverage media. Okay? So instead of trying to just do everything every time repeatedly, create assets, create content like the one I'm making right now to actually help your customers. Okay? So you need to create a done with you model, a leverage model, one to many, and meaning you need to become a leveraged consultant, okay? And create content covering all the frameworks that are needed to be followed to achieve the specific desired outcome of your customers, okay? So for me, like the stuff that I'm currently covering is the stuff that needs to be in place for my customers to get really good results. I'm putting it in a video, right? So, and I've created a content covering all these frameworks in our program, okay? And all they have to do, they can follow it whenever they want, okay? And you need to increase your value in your offer by leveraging the smartest, highest output labor who can solve the problems that you can't solve by yourself, okay? So for me, I made a list of the things that need to be made, all the features that need to be in place, right? But I'm not a media buyer, but you best be sure I have media buyer consultants within my company, right? So I actually use the capital to leverage people to come in and support my customers. I leverage capital to get system builders. Reg is an accountant, so I leverage her too, right? She's on payroll, and she can actually help my customers on things that I can't do, okay? And that's increasing the value, guys. Because now a customer cannot come in and say, hey, Serge, but I don't have the bandwidth to onboard customers. Why? Let's solve that. Let's get you on a leveraged model where you can leverage content, you can leverage media buyers, right? You don't have to do the work anymore. You don't have to do done for you. Get your media buyer to build content and a program to help support your customers, okay? And the truth is, I'm telling you guys to solve this creative problem or these other little features, but you don't actually have to do it through done for you. You can actually do it through consultancy. You can actually consult people on how to solve it themselves instead of having to just rely on having to do the work for people every time, okay? And like I said, you can leverage the capital you're getting from these high ticket offers. You're now selling to buy attention through Facebook ads. You can get 100 VAs right now to send 10,000 DMs every single day because now you have the capital up front, okay? And the proof is my own transformation. I've gone from making 30K per month with 50% margin, working like a slave, to while managing Turn virtual assistants, to 36 grand in 14 days with only 7 grand in payroll per month, my salary included, right? The month of August, we generated close to 75K in revenue, and my expenses were 10 to 15K. My salary included too. So we cleared 60 grand, which is a salary of, probably more than what the average American makes per year. We cleared it in profit in 30 days. Is it something that you'd like to do? Because right now, for whoever's watching this who's not on a leveraged model, You cannot add a 75K or 36K in revenue and not go crazy, okay? And we both know that, okay? So as our customers, as customer of ours, we'll literally help you build this back-end delivery mechanism to make sure you can actually handle the growth that we can bring you, okay? So let's summarize these 4 process, okay, to adding $500,000 in new annual recurring revenue. So step 1 is build an offer that makes it unreasonable for a specific niche to ever say no to you, okay? And charge 3 to 5 times what your competitors are charging, okay? And by you charging a lot more money than your competitors, prospects will be like, how do you make sense of charging that much? That there must be something behind this. And they'll actually be intrigued and they'll be wanting to, because it creates scarcity. Not everybody can afford 10K, 20K, right? So people will be like, oh man, I really want to get in, but I can't even afford it, right? So it creates a really good, makes it scarce, okay? And then you need to find and leverage someone else's audience or community and help each prospect in the community achieve their desired outcome. Make it unreasonable for them not to achieve it, okay? And then step 3 is launch a 6-figure in 60 days outbound prospecting campaign using a $3 an hour virtual assistant and video sales letters to help you sell your message or your offer at scale, right? And then step 4 is build a delivery mechanism that can handle scale. 10, 100 new customers every month, it's like no issue, okay? These are the 4 steps, guys. This is what you need to be, this things that need to be in place for you to really scale, okay? So how can you implement this? All the stuff that I just covered. Option 1, try to figure it out yourself. Pretty simple. It's really easy for you to go ahead and buy access to all the courses that I've bought to and learn this. It's really easy for you to start an appointment setting agency and hire 10 virtual assistants and handle 25 outreach campaigns per month, sending 1,000 DMs per day. It's really easy for you to go and find the books that I've read and learn everything, okay? It's also really easy for you to face the same problems I've faced in the last year of going all in with my business. It's also really easy for you to go and help 130 customers in 8 months, okay? And add an extra 5 figures to multiple 5 figures per month for your business, okay? It's really easy to spend the next 14 months building a network of experts that I have access to now, okay? It's really easy for you to go ahead and jump on 600 sales calls and sell close to $250,000 in revenue as I've done, right? So check this out, and this is really crazy. Last year on Stripe, we made 12 grand, okay? If we go all up until now, we're 4 grand away to sell $250,000, okay? I think I've learned a few things while doing this. So, but like you can go ahead and try to, get the same experience, okay? But guess what? If you try to do what I've done, it will probably take you months and probably years of your life, okay? And, this quote, I really liked it. He said that time is our most valuable non-renewable source. And if we want to treat it with respect, we need to set priorities, okay? Now, you have to make a decision. Is your priority to try to, waste time and money? Okay? If you're like me and you value your time more than anything else on earth, then there isn't second option, okay? The second option is for you to become a customer of clientacquisition.io and join our $500,000 a year program, okay? Some of the results we get our customers, check this out. Richard, 14K sales in 1 day. Tal Swicegood, signed a new customer 30 minutes after our one-on-one session, $1,500 deal. Laurent booked a call with a brand making $500K per month after sending 3 looms, okay? Following our outbound prospecting workflow. Javier signed 1.5K customer. Richard, another 4.1K deal. Oliver, 16K deal. Hi, 3.5K, right? This is almost 40K in new revenue in a single week, guys. Okay? Oliver, here is the 12K in pounds deal. Andrew, 1.5K to 3 month minimum, 1.5K 3 month minimum. Caleb had 2 meetings, closed 1.5K, 1.5K. Francesco, 2.7K pounds, right? Pody, here's his feedback. Serge and his team took what used to be the most stressful part of our business and made it look easy. If you want appointments, he's your man. He gets them using a process that every prospect complimented when we got on a call with them, right? top men as well. So another meeting, right, from Looms. Looking extremely good so far, about to make it rain. If this keeps up, I'll send every agency owner your way. And here's the feedback from the prospects who end up booking a call with our customers. Thank you for the video. It showed your expertise very well. After watching it, I didn't hesitate to book a call, right? Or just saw the video. When do you have time to meet, right? Check this feedback. Hey, I don't really post anything about my wins or anything. More of a private victory. But first thing, best day in 2021 so far. First thing in the morning, he hit a bench PR, and then closed 2 clients in a single day, 1,200 and 2 grand plus for 5% return on ad spend. PS, huge shout out to Sergio Tari. They're doing an amazing job, right? We were handling his campaign, okay? Merck booked a light meeting today. Construction group that's based in Australia. Haven't focused on online lights. They did 644 million gross last year, guys, right? 54 million net profit, so they have a tight budget. Poor guys. Also got another call with heavy machinery truck, right? Insurance agent. So what is the promise of the $500,000 a year program? Put simply, our program is here to make it unreasonable for you not to add an extra 50K to 100K per month in MRR, okay? In 4 months, by helping you leverage the most efficient, most cost-effective client acquisition systems, okay? But like I showed you guys, we don't stop there. We also make sure that your delivery, your backend can actually be done properly. I use my capital instead of necessarily keeping the money all to myself. I reinvest it in systems that make it unreasonable for you not to get the life that you want, okay? So what are the benefits and outcomes of joining our program and community? Well, we help you find service market fit, okay? And people, once you have service market fit, you can create 7-figure businesses like it's chump change, okay? And I'm not sure how much people normally charge to help you find service market fit, but it's a lot of money, okay? So we help you create an offer that you can take to 7 figures or more per year. It's time. We get you to stop competing, stop being treated like a commodity, and help you get rich fast, since you'll be charging premium prices, okay? We help you implement a predictable outbound prospecting campaign that generate warm leads consistently and that is automated with 1 or 2 or 3 trained virtual assistants, okay? This same framework, like I showed you guys, I've leveraged to generate over 100K in 63 days, okay? During the summer after launching my new offer, okay? We help you stop wasting time on sales calls and increase your closing rate to 50% or more, since we'll be leveraging video sales letters to educate and sell people to jump on a meeting with you, okay? So nobody ever gets on a call without knowing what you do, okay? Well, we need to improve your decision making, okay? And you need to be a better thinker. You need to be good at picking the best games, the best opportunity vehicles to play in, where putting in one input, you're getting a million outputs, okay? You will access an environment of bright entrepreneurs who are committed to scaling past 7 figures, okay? The environment, guys, the environment you're in will dictate the level of success you end up achieving, not the tactics, okay? You and me both know people who are so smart but are still broke, okay? So it's the environment. Learn how to build content that converts an audience into fans, okay? Access our support calls. We have 5 calls a week to help you get the fastest feedback loops, okay? You don't have to spend a day, a month struggling with a problem that I or our customers have already solved, okay? You access insights, offers, systems, audiences that are helping agency owners, coaches, consultants go from struggling to make 10K per month to making 10K per day a few times per month, guys, okay? You access the same insights that someone who's at 80K per month is currently doing. So once we're on a support call, well, you get to see how this guy made 10K in a day. And guess what? You better use that same insight to actually go and implement it, okay? So you also get to remove yourself from selling by building it. We'll show you how to build a commission-only team of sales reps, okay? Outbound sales reps. I personally will help you find an audience of hundreds, if not thousands of people that want exactly what you have to sell, and show you how to convert them into your own audience, okay? Once you have such an audience, it literally, guys, Once you have 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people in your network as your audience, it becomes unreasonable for you not to make as much money as you want. Okay? And then once you're done, is you will access, or once you become a customer, you access our $500,000 action plan. Okay? This is not a course. We don't actually have a course. It's not hosted on Teachable, on Kajabi. Like, we don't have that. What we've built though is a step-by-step process on how to actually achieve this outcome. Okay? And it contains all the frameworks that every customer of ours has to follow, and it's live feedback. So you can literally tag me and show me what you're doing, and I'll literally see exactly your progress. Okay? Access our pool of trained superstar virtual assistants to whom you can delegate your acquisition task, or really any task that you don't want to do anymore. Okay? If you feel like right now, I try to remove everything, whether that's food, whether that's everything. At some point, I might even just delegate breathing so that I can actually focus on creating stuff, right? I don't want to be doing anything that doesn't help me evolve, okay? We'll help you build a more leveraged delivery mechanism that will handle all the scale that you want, okay? Show you how to build a done with you service with consultants to support your customers, as well as an online program, okay? And then we have a team of experts who will make it unreasonable for you not to be able to deliver for your customers. If you can't retain your customers, like I said, that we help you get, there will be no growth, okay? So it's really, really important for you to be able to deliver, okay? If you want to scale. What's the cost of the $500,000 program? Our program is designed on purpose to be expensive, okay? I do it on purpose, and I take pride in the fact that I charge 2 times, probably 2x, 4x of what my competitors charge. And it gives me the ability to be able to leverage that capital to make it unreasonable for my customers not to achieve their outcome, okay? You've probably bought access to programs that never worked because, you only saw the guy maybe once a week, once a month. You never saw him, okay? And most people selling programs are doing it to get a quick buck and post Stripe notifications so that they can flex on their neighbors, okay? But I'm building something different, something that probably will outlive me, okay? If you're looking for a cheap solution, you can go ahead and buy a program for $500, $1,000, $2,000, or hire an agency that doesn't know what they're doing for $1,000 to $2,000 per month, okay? With us, you get what you pay for, okay? The real cost that you should be worried about, though, is the cost of not joining our stuff, not joining our program. The cost of not having our team help you with acquisition, with your thinking, with your delivery mechanism, with your aim, even your goals, with your environment, is exponentially more than the cost of what you will be paying for our solutions, okay? So if you decide not to book a call after watching this video, then make sure that you're okay with the consequences of that decision 5, 10, 20 years from now, because it will ripple, right? It has ripple effects over time. Second and third order consequences, okay? So somewhere on the website, you'll get an option to get the price to book in a call. So, just literally go ahead, book in a call. Tell us what you think we can help you with, okay? And then we'll see if you're the right fit. And then we'll walk you through what we think we can actually help you implement and actually get to add an extra $50K to $100K per month, okay? So, do we offer any guarantees? Luckily, we don't. Yeah, luckily, exactly. You heard me right. So if you're the type of person who's looking for a guarantee more than the outcome, then this is not for you. Okay, so you can actually end this call. I think I've covered some really valuable stuff, so I think you got your time worth of value. Okay, so we're looking for A players who can actually level up the standards of our community or match the standards, okay, of the community. Okay. Plus, the nature of the insight is that we share makes it that once you see it, you automatically get so much value. So that's that. But the one thing that we can guarantee is that if you join our program in our community, and after 4 months you still haven't achieved, added an extra 25K to 50K in MRR, we will work for free until you achieve your goal. Okay. So, a quick bonus that I'd like to add is that if you get on a call and you become a customer, okay, I'll spend 60 minutes to 90 minutes with you one-on-one planning out the next 3 months, okay? I'll look at your current business. I'll tell you exactly my personal opinion. I'll show you what audience I'd find. I'll tell you what offer. I'll show you what pricing I'd put it at. I'll show you how to actually go ahead and find sales reps. I'll show you how to do everything. Okay. I'll show you who I could hire to help you build a delivery mechanism. I'll show you how to schedule your days. I'll show you how to break up your time. I'll show you how to do everything. Okay. On a 60-minute, I don't even care. It could be 3 hours if you want. Okay. That's the bonus. If you actually book in a call and you sign up and you mention this bonus, because not a lot of people will watch 130 for a minute, like an hour and 34 minutes, okay? But if you did, then please mention this, okay? Q&A. How much money will it cost me to run the systems that you helped me build? Around $250 per month. The VA costs $200 for 4 hours of work every day. So $200 per month, full time. Or no, not full time, but like for 20 hours a week, we'll get you a VA, okay? And then you'll probably have like $50 or $60 to pay for the softwares, okay? So these are like literally the cheapest systems, and it's crazy, okay? How fast can I implement everything and start getting results? 10 days. In 10 days, we can have the outreach up and running and getting you warm leads every day, booking meetings, you can close the deals. Do I have to train the virtual assistants? No, you don't. Like I said, we have a community, and then we also spend 6 hours training them once you actually hire them. Okay. How much do I pay the virtual assistants? $3 an hour. US. Can I get more than one VA? Yeah, you can, but not too many VAs. Okay, because people, it's also limited. Okay. What kind of content should I build? We have 5 different pieces of content that you can build, so we'll actually walk you through everything. How long do you think it will take me to scale past 10K per month, 25K? 10K, I think in 4 weeks, if you're making less than 10K and starting from 0, 4 weeks, you can get over 10K. 25K, probably like 6-8 weeks. 50K, between 3 to 6 months, okay? How long does the program last? It lasts 4 months. What if messages on Instagram go to spam or people don't respond? Like I said, volume negates luck. So we do so much volume that people actually end up responding, okay? Do I get a one-on-one session? If you got the bonus, then yeah, you'll get a one-on-one session with me. How many support calls are there? We have 5 support calls a week. We'll probably have more over time. And by the way, don't worry about time. We'll actually move things around so that every customer can access at least 2 or 3 support calls per week. Okay? Is this a course? It's not a course. I haven't hosted anything on a course. We do have content that is documented, that is pre-recorded, but it's not like a course. How do I structure my loons? We have over 100 videos that have booked calls. So you literally get to see what others have done to book calls, and you copy paste. Okay? How fast does it take to get feedback from you and your team? 24 hours. Probably like 2 hours or 5 hours actually. So you literally tag us on Notion. We've built a really good tool on Notion, and you get the feedback immediately. What if I'm not sure about the service and that I want to sell and the niche or sub-niche that I need to target? I'll help you with everything. I'll look at what experience you have, and I'll tell you what you should focus on, okay? What if your systems don't work? The only reason why our systems won't work is if you give up and decide to quit on your business. But we have had over 136 customers. The only time anything didn't work is when they actually didn't want to do the work or didn't actually want the outcome. Okay, what if I already have a lot going on and can't show up to all the support calls? Cool, that's okay. We build systems. You don't necessarily need to show up for all the support calls. Just make sure the systems are implemented. Okay, what if this doesn't work? I've joined multiple programs and none has ever delivered the outcome that I desired. Okay, so like I said, this is not a course. This is not anything. I put my own money to make sure that it makes it unreasonable for you not to achieve it, okay? I even help you with like media buying. I'm not a media buyer. I help you with email outreach and making sure that your email campaigns are working. I'm not an email expert, but I use capital to make sure that I put the right experts in the right positions to make sure that my customers get the outcome. Because what you guys don't understand is that if my customers win, I win by default, okay? So that's why I'm spending, almost more than 5 figures per month, multiple 5 figures per month, investing and reinvesting in our systems and our customers. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and message me. But please book in a call. And yeah, we only can onboard 2 customers per week, so only 8 new customers per month. So if you'd like to be part of those 8 customers that we onboard every month, I'd be happy to get on a call with you, walk you through our stuff, and see if we can help you add an extra 100K a month. Okay. Have a beautiful day, guys. I appreciate you. Bye bye.